Welcome everybody, Jack here from Gingerbets and welcome to the Gingerbets Golf Betting Insights weekly YouTube show. This week I'm previewing the Arnold Palmer Invitational taking place Bay Hill Club and Lodge, Orlando, Florida. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the course, the key skill sets, and bring you my best outright selections. In addition to that, I'm going to share some outsiders to consider that may be also useful in your Draftkings lineups if you're tuning in from the USA. If you're new to this channel, then may I encourage you, have a look in the description box below. There you will find details on how to sign up to the Gingerbets Golf Betting Insights weekly newsletter. There's so much more than I can bring you in this short video. I look at outsiders to consider, top 20 markets. I provide a breakdown of some of the key skill sets that are going to be required and all the players that are in the top 25 in each of those categories. There's so much information to help you with your golf betting, make you more informed, save you time, and hopefully lead you to more winners. I can't really promise that at the moment because I'm in a bad run of form, but stick with us. We've provided winners throughout 2021 and plenty of close shaves so far in 2022. 2 losing playoffs, another second place payout, and only 2 weeks, well, should I say now 3, where we've missed the places altogether. So if you are into your golf betting, take it seriously, then head into that description box below. It's sure to be a useful newsletter to add to your golf reading portfolio each week. But let's get into the key skill sets, the course, and those all-important outright selections for this week's Arnold Palmer Invitational. So the course itself, par 72, circa 7,450 yards. 4 par 5s on offer and 3 of them over 350 yards. Reachable for most of the players, but look for those players that can dominate those par 5s. We'll come on to that in just a few minutes. We've got 4 par 3s, and these are the longest set of par 3s on the whole of the PGA Tour, and that feeds into another factor. There are more approach shots from over 200 yards here than any other course on the PGA Tour. 30% of all shots will come from over 200 yards this week. That's a key stat and something, again, we'll come on to. Par 4s, tough here. 5 of them 450 to 500 yards. Water on 9 of the holes, so danger everywhere. This course has a reputation for making players take penalty drops. So this is a tough layout, a typical Florida test. Bermuda tee to green performance will be key. Bermuda grass greens face the players this week. So a real challenging game for the players this week. All the players are going to be put through the ringer and each part of their game is going to be put to the test, which leads us on to those key skill sets that are going to be required for your player to lift that trophy come Sunday night. Well, it's first up, it's tee to green performance. I won't dwell on it too much, but it's imperative that your player comes in here with a solid tee to green game. If he doesn't, he's going to miss out by a long way and fall down that leaderboard. Next up, I've just touched upon it, but proximity to the hole from 200 yards and greater out. This refers to the par 3s and also the long par 4s, 450 to 500 yards, and the long par 5s. There is loads of shots. Like I said, 29% of the shots roughly will come from over 200 yards out. So we want to look at players that have dialed it in with those long irons. I then want to look at greening regulations gained. On these Florida courses, it's imperative you hit plenty of greens in regulations and by default give yourself outside birdie looks, if not some really good birdie looks. So I want to pay particular, that was a mouthful, attention to people that have hit a high percentage of greens in regulations of recent times. And then want to look at 2 key areas. Par 3 scoring, as we've touched upon, it's critical. The hardest set of par 3s, or should I say the longest and some of the hardest on the PGA Tour. And par 5 scoring is where the opportunity lies for players. Of the 6 holes that play under par at this course, 4 of them come on the par 5s. So you're going to need to take advantage of those par 5s. So when you're doing your own research, or if you subscribe to the newsletter, that information will be there. The top 25 players for par 5 scoring will be shared in that newsletter. And last but not least, it's strokes gained on the Bermuda grass putting surfaces that the players face this week. So just to recap, my 5 or 6 points will be tee to green performance, proximity from 200 yards and greater out, greening regulations gained, think par 3 and par 5 scoring. And then to top it off, if you're struggling to narrow down your portfolio, then get into those putting stats, because putting is critical here at Bay Hill Club and Lodge. And then look at those that perform on fast Bermuda grass putting surfaces. So that's the course, that's the skill sets required. If you're liking this content, you're liking the sound of what you're getting, then please may I remind you, like and subscribe. 50, 60, 70% of you some weeks who view this video aren't subscribed. Is it because I've got red hair? I don't know. You tell me in the comments box. But please do me a favor, if you're enjoying this content, if you get a little bit of value, then please subscribe. I'd like to say if you'd backed a winner, but you won't have done that in 2022 from me. So we're going to get one this week, I promise you. But if you are liking the content, may I encourage you, like and subscribe, share the love. I'd love to get to 500 subscribers this week. We're nearly there. We got another 9 or 10 last week. Do me a favor, get in and like it. So the all-important outright selections, let's get straight to it. Well, to headline the portfolio this week is a player that missed the cut last week, but that's not going to put me off because he's bounced back from missed cuts time and time again in his career and not quite won, but finished in the top 5 numerous times. In terms of his statistics, he sets up really well. He's got 2 third-place finishes already, which shows a liking for these courses. He comes alive on the Florida swing. They don't call him Florida Sunny for nothing. I think Sunjay Im, 28-1, 8 places UK, 30-1 outright BetMGM in the USA. I think he's going to have a standout chance this week. Statistically, he sets up a great iron player, plays the par 3 as well. He's in the top 10 for proximity to the hole from 200 yards or greater out. All the stars align for a strong showing for Sunny Im. He'll headline the portfolio for the week. Next up is a man that can't putt for toffee. He's already cost me once through his poor putting this year, where he lost out in a player to a first-time winner, Scotty Scheffler. But when we look at the stats, he's got to have an outstanding chance this week. 10th here on debut last year. He's a more rounded player now, more experience, and therefore I think he's got a better chance. In terms of approach play, he's first over the last 24 rounds on the PGA Tour, second in green in regulations gained, 5th in proximity to the hole from 200 yards out or greater, and 7th in bogey avoidance, which is key on these tough Florida tracks. Will Zalatoris, 35-1 in the UK, 28-1 in the USA. Take advantage each way selection in the UK. Next up, I couldn't believe the price of him. He will not be this price come Thursday on the off. I'm going to give you his name straight away. Jason Kokrak, 50-1, 6 places with Unibet. He'll be 40-1 across the board. He's got great record here. And then let me tell you statistically, first in birdies over the last 24 rounds on tour. First in par 3 scoring from 200 yards or greater. 7th in strokes gained approach and in the top 15 for par 5 scoring and green in regulations gained. Lots to like. Jason Kokrak, will he take the money in Saudi? Will he get another big win here? I don't know, but he's got a great record here and I can't see him not challenging this week. Next up, another player who loves it in Florida and has an unbelievable record at the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Mark Leishman, 33-1, 8 places available. Take that right now. He's got a standout chance. He'll be desperate to get a win before his Masters that comes around in April. And statistically, he's got well-rounded stats to make him take on this challenge. He's in the top 20 in all of these key areas. Bogey avoidance, scrambling, proximity to the hole from 200 plus yards, par 3 scoring, birdie or better, and he puts his best on the Bermuda grass surfaces. Lots to like. He's a winner in the making for me soon. Consistency in his game right now. Mark Leishman, 33-1. A player that I think's got a great chance this week. I'm playing in the top 20 markets. So if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, you may not get the rest of the top 20 picks. So do please encourage you, get in that description box. It's worth it. In fact, it's the only bit that's worth it right now because I haven't been giving winners of recent times, but we've been dialing in the top 20 picks and plenty of place payouts. This lad is in great form, consistent form right now. He finished 9th last week, missed out on the places by just the 1 place. Bit annoying, I won't lie. But he's 4th in scrambling over the last 50 rounds on tour, 4th in par 5 scoring over the last 50 rounds on tour, 9th in birdies made, and then when it comes to par 3s over 200 yards, he sits in the top 10 for that. He also puts his best on the Bermuda grass putting surfaces. Keith Mitchell will be there and thereabouts this week. I believe he's got an outstanding chance, so please have a look at Keith Mitchell, 40-1 BetMGM in the US, and also available at the same price with 8 places in the UK. That rounds off the portfolio for the week. So we've got Sonny in, we've got Will Zalatoris, we've got Kokrak, we've got Leishman, and we've got Keith Mitchell. Apologies if you can hear my printer in the background, but I don't edit these videos, so I'm not going to be re-recording for the sake of that. I hope that you've got value from the content. Before I leave you, I'm just going to throw a few names in there, outsiders to consider. Luke Liss is definitely an outsider to consider for me, and those of you looking in the Draftkings markets, I'll be putting him up for a small each-way selection in the newsletter. 70-1, 80-1 roughly is the UK price. 2 top 10s here. Made the cut in 4 visits from 4. 7th in strokes gained approach. Top 15 in par 5 scoring and proximity from 200 plus yards. A winner and the most confident he's been in his PGA Tour career, that's for sure. He's available 70-1. Use him in your Draftkings lineups. And then I'll throw in a few others. Lanto Griffin, I think he'll be underrated this week. Corey Connors, another outstanding chance. And then Sebastian Munez, 125-1 he's available at, but he's going to be useful in Draftkings. I think he's going to make a play this week up that leaderboard. He's 1st in birdies gained on the PGA Tour. He loves the tough courses, and I think he's got a chance. That's it from me this week. Thank you for listening. I hope I've got through it a bit quicker than usual. Hope there's plenty of information. And if you are enjoying your golf betting, if you're taking it a bit more seriously, if you're looking to get into it a bit more and make more informed decisions, save time with your research, then may I encourage you, have a look in the description box and sign up to the Gingerbets.substack newsletter that's available weekly. Good luck and bye from me.